Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, if you've followed just even the last few videos, you'll know that I'm under what I'm laughingly call house arrest, because I had a vasectomy reversal so that Beth and I, my wife, and I could have a child. And unfortunately the downside of that is that following that delicate, or let's say delicate operation, you really have to just sit at home and do very little, not lifting any more than a cell phone, for about 6 weeks. I'm not allowed to drive because it's a very tough ride. It's a 4x4 that we come up to our house in, and it's off-road driving, so I can't have all of that rough riding. It wouldn't make any sense, not having gone through that surgery. So we're not able, because of that, we're not able to do as much as we normally used to do, which I think our record was, I don't know, it might be as much as 12 or more videos in one day, but we usually rarely put up only 2 or 3, and very often put up 6, 7, 8, 10. So there are people that we really need to acknowledge, and I'm the one that usually acknowledges. I'm the one that deals with comments. I'm the one that answers your letters. I'm the one that does all of that, and unfortunately we're still working on our antenna at the house. We live on top, right deep into the mountains of Burgos, and we still don't have the internet signal sorted out. But we hoisted, once we got back from Manila, we actually went ahead and we hoisted our antenna high above the house. We haven't hooked up the router yet.
I'm gonna buy a load today so that tonight I'm gonna check it. So when we arrive home, because so far yesterday I tried the laptop on the antenna and the signal is good, so I'll try to put load on the Wi-Fi so that if it works, that
will be great, because at the moment, because I can't drive, Beth doesn't drive, and she is having to walk down to the main road, which is an almost 2-mile rough walk. And she has to do that in order to be able to get public transport into the town of Taliban. So I just wanted especially to say a big thank you. And what reminded me was that I got an email here, and it says Robert Richard just pledged $5, and all of these payments, Robert, thank you very much. All of these payments will enable us to be able to get a new truck. Now, why do we need a new truck? Well, because the old one is too small for the job, and it's falling to bits. Right?
Yeah.
So what I'm looking at is getting a bigger truck, a tougher truck. Has to be 4-wheel drive, and we're going to get a bigger truck, which is an extended cab. Now I'm going to try to finish my sentence before my wife comes in and interrupts. So
yeah,
we want to say thank you to those people.
Yeah, thank you to those people who pledged on our Patreon. Thank you so much.
Just a moment, I'm going to get some duct tape. You. So I just wanted to say thank you very much.
I cannot smack his head because he just operated, so I'll just... Okay? Look.
What? Good job you remember. Just remember that you put that there, okay?
Yeah.
I knew, who else is going to? We're out up in the mountains. We don't see anybody else. So, thanks to all of those people that have donated, have pledged money to us on our Patreon. Boy, it's going to make such an enormous difference. We are going to be able to take a lot more kids to church, pick them up, take them into church, and drop them off where they normally would probably be unable to get in. These are poor kids who don't have the money. Parents don't have the money to spend out sending their kids in tricycles and on jeepneys. They just don't have it. So,
Yeah, and just to add on, when we were in Manila, we hired two tricycle driver, two tricycles to pick up the kids, and also the other members who wants to go to the church. So since Terence is not allowed to drive, so I hired them for a month, or I think more than a month, to pick up every Sunday for the kids and other members to go to church.
right. So in other words, they're not abandoned. Although they won't be used to seeing my cheery face behind the wheel of our little red truck, but they will be able to get into church, and that's important because these are all people that have been introduced to the church by way of having a rescue house being built for them. So the rag houses, the skeleton house don't come to our church because it's too far away, but the other houses come to our church, and because of that we've been able to bring into the fold something like 40 to 60 new members of the church.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want to say?
Yeah, the two rag houses went to church, the paralyzed man's family, the three little girls or the four little girls family, and the parents.
Extended family.
Yeah, extended. The grandpa and the grandma, the Michael's grandfather, and
Michael.
sometimes Michael go to church also, and then the secret village in the mountain.
And what about the...
Yeah, the secret house in the mountain also.
There are others, aren't there?
Yeah, and the other kids.
And the other kids that were Josie's children, they used to come.
Yeah, but then they're going to Cebu now.
Little Dan and Sarah and the other kids as well. So we were able to do all that with the truck that we have, but unfortunately it's just not big. It's not man enough to do that, to be overloaded to death every time that I go out on my Sunday driving job. So all of your pledges really make a huge difference to all of those people. It's not just one or two people that you are impacting the lives of. These are kids that wouldn't be able to have this socializing at the church that they do, because we're able to go and pick them up and take them home. So they get to join in all of the kinds of things that we do. Beth teaches, or has been teaching, except for the last week or two that we've been away. She teaches what you and I perhaps as Westerners would call Sunday school, and she does that and she handles that. So we are very much involved in the church, even though most people call me a pagan. It's really not. I'm a very strong believer in the Creator, just not the same as you. So thank you again to all of the people who have sent, and if you haven't been personally acknowledged, it's because, be quiet, it's because I just haven't been able to get to a computer where I can pull up the comments and answer them as well. But as I always say, if you write me a message, I will always answer that message. In fact, that's gone home so strongly that we recently had somebody vent because he thought that I'd ignored him. Well,
Yeah,
I've now written to him.
Yeah, this is what happened.
Yes, dear. What?
This is what happened. Sometimes the messages are went to spam, So now what I did is I checked the spam if there are some important messages, and then I also double check the email, because I double check the email and I let Terence see it and replied it. So for those that message are not yet replied, sorry, we're trying our best.
Send it again.
We hope that we have an internet connection, because sometimes Terence thought that it's already sent, but it's saved to draft, So yeah, so again we're very grateful to the incredible supports, to those who send messages to us. It's very thank you very much to those who supporting our channel, to those who support our Patreon, Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless.